Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. This is Dasho Rose here. I am back with some news on Walmart. Yes, I'm back to talk about Walmart and how they might be, upgrading, their stores and all that. They're talking about remodeling them again and all that, basically. So, yeah. But before I get into this, please subscribe to my channel. Also, hit the notification bell to make sure you guys are notified for future videos. Also, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. There I'll try to keep up to date with stuff and all that. Now, I haven't really posted a lot of stuff, but if people have questions or something, I'm willing to answer. As long as you guys are polite about it, because I'm not gonna be answering questions to people who are being disrespectful. And yeah, I don't know, but anywho, let's go ahead and now that I've got that out of the way, let's talk about this because this is something that's pretty big here. Now, personally, in my opinion, there's been a lot of stuff going on, not just in store-wise, but Hollywood and all that, and, gaming stuff when it comes to news stuff. But honestly, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm kind of just burnt out on talking about a lot of this stuff. Unless I have something to say about a lot of this, I probably won't be talking about it, because I don't want to be repeating myself too much. But I haven't really talked about this that much. I mean, I've done a review on Walmart. I've actually did a re-review on Walmart. Yeah, I had to re-review it because they changed so much since I last reviewed it. The other review is still up, so you guys know it's still up. I haven't taken it down. I'm not going to take it down. So it should still be up. Because I feel like, it's fair to keep it up, and all that, so people can see what my thoughts were before. But what I end up doing is occasionally I'll go and re-review stuff. I even done McDonald's to re-review them. And I actually, speaking of going and reviewing stuff, I have been reviewing each of my schools too for people who are interested in my childhood, what it was like going through school. I mean, if you guys don't want to watch it, you guys don't have to, but this is for people who want to, want to know more about my childhood and all that. A lot of people, like in the past, in the olden days, had book forms of their childhood, but I like having videos, because a lot of people prefer to watch something than to read all the time. But yeah, I have been doing that, so you guys can check out that if you guys want. They're not in a playlist right now because I haven't, I haven't figured out what I'm gonna call the playlist or if I'm just gonna toss them into another playlist. I haven't decided yet. But I'll figure that out later. But anywho, guys, let's go ahead and subscribe. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So yeah, Walmart is an interesting store, it's well known for having a lot of things. A lot of, groceries and games and movies and all that. Heck, they're one of the few places that's still selling movies. Which I'll be getting into that later because technically there's talk that people are bringing back DVDs, but I'll talk about that later because I want to have my own video on that. But my point is they do have a lot of stuff. Now I've been hearing too, there's still some Walmarts around that still have still sell mostly groceries and not a lot of electronics and stuff. But those are really rare to come across now. They're really rare. Because most of the Walmarts are super Walmarts, and all that. Now you can still find small ones here and there, but finding one with just groceries in it is really rare. It's like going to McDonald's and finding a red roof one anymore. They're almost extinct. But yeah, that's kind of the thing that that's the thing. That's how rare it is. I mean, they're probably not as rare because they'll probably sell that stuff in like smaller locations and all that. But it's definitely really rare though. The thing is though is the Walmart where I go to in Fulton, it actually has it has the Walmart there has they have like they actually are a super Walmart, but they're not actually super because it's still a really small Walmart. There's not a lot of things to go get there. I only really go there because it's really the biggest thing in town, and a lot of other places don't open till later. And since I walk, it's easier to get there than having to have someone drive me there. So yeah, but I'm personally not a big fan of Walmart. Honestly, they've really gone downhill. They really have. They really have gone downhill in general. But the thing is, though, apparently they've been closing down locations, and of course they're gonna blame the pandemic for that because people were shopping online a lot more and all that, and are just sitting in their house. I mean, I don't know what the hell they're talking about because people still go to the store all the time. Maybe it's just they don't want to go to your store because your customer service is freaking awful. And the stores are half the time aren't very clean. Everything's all over the place, and you keep moving crap around. Have you thought about that? Because honestly, it's gotten really bad. That's the whole reason why I don't like going because everything's all over the place. I mean, they're not like things aren't just piled everywhere, but a lot of times they just have items just laying out of nowhere and all that. I mean, to be fair, that could also be part of people doing that too, but still they have that, and I mean, they definitely do not organize very well. They move stuff around all the time, and when you ask someone, for help and all that, a lot of times they'll just point you to the direction. They won't actually show you where to go. I can understand that with like a Dollar General or something, because I had that happen the other day. I went to a Dollar General, and the guy actually seemed very nice, but he was the only one at the cash register, so it makes sense for him to go, there and all that. But I went, I had to like get pointed, and he actually told me what aisle to go down, and honestly, it was kind of funny because the aisle, both of them said 11. They said 11. They didn't really say they really didn't say 10, because I was supposed to go in aisle 10 for like a cat toys. I ended up not getting any. I was thinking about getting some for my cat because he's chewing on stuff, but I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna bother right now. I'll get him something later, because those toys weren't really. Those toys were, I don't know, they didn't seem like something that would keep him from chewing on stuff. But my thing is though is yeah, the thing is, like, dollar stores and all that, it makes sense. But with Walmart, there's, like, employees everywhere. They're literally everywhere, and half the time they don't do their job. I mean, in Fulton, the one in Fulton, which is what I'm kind of stuck going to, because there's not really a lot of other places that open early. Like, I've been there where they have walked past the phone a few times and all that, ringing it, and they're not even doing anything. They're just walking around. I'm not sure what they're really, what. I mean, I don't know. I don't really work at a store, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to answer the phone. Because there's no one there. I mean, to be fair, there's like hardly anyone at the electronics as it is. I have to like a lot of times find someone there. I mean, I guess Target is also in a similar situation, but Target, I still get employees, and all that are there most of the time. Walmart, a lot of times, they're just not there. I mean, also occasionally they can be there too, but most of the time, like you have to come there at a specific time and all that, and it's just annoying. It's very, very annoying, and yeah, they literally just let the phone ring and all that, so people, can't ask questions, which is not very good customer service there, because, you're supposed to, answer someone, because they're probably calling for something. And yeah, sometimes they can be very busy. I mean, I call like slackers a few times, but a lot of times they're trying to stock shelves or something, so it makes sense, and they can't hear the phone very well. But a Walmart, like when you have people literally walking past the phone, then that's definitely a problem. So yeah, the fact is that they're blaming freaking COVID on this and all that, and I'm not. It's stupid. That's not why, people are not shopping. They're just tired of your bogus. People are going to other places because it's a lot better. I mean, I really don't see as many people shopping there as I used to. I mean, there's still people shopping there, but I used to see a lot more people there. But the thing is, though, they're just not as good as they used to be. People are just tired of it, They want to shop somewhere, that, have customers employees that actually help them out with things and all that, and things aren't constantly moved around. And it's like this with a lot of Walmarts I've been. It's like this all the time. You either got the grumpy people who don't want to be there and all that, yet people just pointing you in a certain direction instead of telling you where to go. I mean, I've been to some Walmarts where they're not too bad, but most of the time, yeah, they're not that great. Heck, even the products they sell there aren't very good. I told you guys before about, like, I think I said this in my review, how, like, Walmart, how they, like, I bought something from Walmart, and they completely screwed me over, because, what happened is the product was broke, and all that, and I went to return it and all that, and like, I didn't have a receipt, so I couldn't return it, but I flat out told them, I'm like, it's pretty funny how I buy stuff here all the time, and it's constantly broke or something, because it's true. I mean, I bought multiple DVDs there, and the discs are falling out of the cases and all that, and I mean, to be fair, that's not really always, their fault, but the fact is that they can't, return it to me and all that. That's ridiculous. And I mean, they knew I bought it too, but I don't know, it's just kind of dumb, it's just dumb, you gotta worry about that stuff too, and I don't know. But I am gonna say, though, that, yeah, this kind of brings me to the part where, you have they're remodeling the buildings again. Yeah, they're remodeling the buildings again. They're talking about doing it again. I'm like, they've already how many times have they remodeled the buildings in the last decade? I mean, they've remodeled the building so many times. Because you see here, there's, I guess to be fair, the picture of Walmart you see here, this one was done, like, around 2009 and all that, or 2010. Well, 2010 technically was the last decade, but my point is they, were remodeling, they were changing the star logo up and all that, and they remodeled it. So yeah, they did that. They remodeled it there, and then, like, later they remodeled it again, and they brought back the blue effect, but the logo was still there, and then they remodeled it again, like, in the last couple years. They shrunk down the sign on Walmart, so the Walmart sign is, like, really tiny where you can't really see it when you're driving by, unless you can still see it, but it's not like, it doesn't fill, it's like, doesn't fill the void as well, because the building just looks more empty, without the ginormous sign. And now they're talking about remodeling it again, which I'm like, why? Why do we need to remodel the Walmart again? You guys just remodeled it a few years ago, and now you guys are remodeling it again. Like, even McDonald's isn't doing this. I'm not saying McDonald's remodeling their buildings was great, but I don't mind Walmart remodeling it occasionally, because, unlike McDonald's, they really aren't, like, they don't look too bad. Like, well, except the last remodelization. I think the sign is too small and all that, but it still looks like it's still bright and colorful. You can, shop there and all that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell you guys how many people who talk about McDonald's anymore talk about how bad the buildings look and all that, and compared to other restaurants, how they look all generic. At least Walmart, at least their buildings look somewhat, unique. But they're definitely not. They're definitely not as good as they. I think the star logo was kind of nice though. I don't know why they got rid of the star logo. I'm not sure why they got rid of it. Because, they had the star logo, believe it or not, for a long time, and they got rid of it. I mean, they sometimes they change logos all the time, places do that, but for some reason Walmart's logo, like, they changed the sign and all that, they got rid of the star, and they lowercase the letters and all that. I just kind of found that kind of odd. But yeah, they did do that. They did that, so they did that. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's kind of odd how they're remodeling the buildings again, and they've already done this and all that. It's just ridiculous. Like, it is literally ridiculous that they're doing this constantly. It really is. But that's kind of what they're doing with Walmart. They're going around and fixing up the places by remodeling them, I guess, to attract more customers. But the thing is, though, they're not attracting more customers by doing that. They're actually driving customers away because of the way the stores are and all that now. I'm hoping they'll get their act together, because I like Walmart to kind of go back to the way it was, and all that. I mean, I don't know if it'll ever go back to what it was in the early 2000s, but I mean, but I mean, it still would be nice if they would fix a lot of these problems. Like, they would actually have better customer service. They wouldn't be constantly moving stuff around all the time, and actually keep stuff in one place. That would be nice. But as for right now, yeah, everything's kind of just kind of going downhill for them, and yeah, them remodeling the building, that's gonna cost more money. It's gonna cost, more money and all that, so people can't, people, won't be able to work there because they'll have to cut costs and all that for employees and all that. I just think a lot of these remodelifications are stupid, honestly, And I mean, I get they remodel stuff all the time to keep up with current dates, but sometimes they don't need to remodel stuff. Like McDonald's and all that, for example, they're remodeling all their restaurants. They're not keeping anything. Like, they're literally getting rid of their old locations and all that. So, yeah. But but I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, though. I don't know what to say here about this. But I'm really hoping that maybe they'll fix up the company and all that. But I don't know if it's going to get fixed or not. That's the problem, though. They've kind of been going downhill and all that. They've been going downhill for a long time, but... So, I mean, I was sad when my Kmart closed where I was at in the Boulevard. They closed the Kmart down, and... I mean, they were a bit more pricey, but they were also not, like... It wasn't like things were all over the place and all that, and they weren't moving things around constantly. They had a specific place for stuff, so you wouldn't have to, walk around. I mean, Kmart, there wasn't really a whole lot to it compared to Walmart and Target, but it was more competition for Walmart. Now Walmart's kind of, doesn't have a lot of competition. Heck, they're even struggling too. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, though, it's not really... I guess Kmart really isn't competition with Target anymore, because Target now owns Kmart. I still don't know what they're gonna do with that either. I don't know if Target, is gonna... I don't know if they have plans to open more locations up again, or, I don't know what they're gonna do, because I know Target is opening up locations. I'm not sure if it'll be like, maybe Starbucks, maybe. Kmart may have its little own section or something, I don't know. I mean, it would be kind of nice to see some Kmart merch and all that. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I doubt Kmart will probably ever go back to the way it was with having massive stores again. But maybe Target can at least keep it alive, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, CVS bought out Whaley's in Jeff, and they also closed all the CVS's down in Jeff. I mean, to be fair to it, was also only in Jeff, so I guess it makes sense. Where where Kmart and Target and Walmart are all all over the place. But I don't know. I mean, we'll just have to see how things go and all that. Right now, I said Walmart's kind of just struggling there and all that, and they've already closed down some locations and all that. So I don't know how well they're gonna keep up there, but I'll probably go ahead and see you guys later, though. Tell me what you guys think about Walmart remodeling their buildings again, because I'm curious. Anywho, guys, see you all later, and bye.